This is John 8 and verse 44, and it reads, Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abide not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar, and the father of it. Giving all praise, honor, glory to the Most High Power of Israel, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the 12 tribes scattered. Double honors to the mighty men, the elders, and the apostles in the community, waking up the lost sheep of the house of Israel in these last days. Peace and blessings to everyone doing this truth and humbleness and sincerity. Again, I'm going to say shalom. And just looking at a lot of news going viral. Something the camps were bringing out about there was a murder that went down in Tennessee, and Wicked Jake is no joke, man. We could say, at least from live footage, Jake damn near took the record from Esau with the police beating. I believe that police beating was in I believe it was in Tennessee, right? And the Jake that they killed, okay, I mean, that's going viral. That's throughout social media. They beat the brother, okay? These wicked niggas, they beat the brother to his death, man. Right? Let me see if I could pull up a short segment on that, get the name of that brother. But it's been going viral. A lot of camps, Slovakia, they were bringing it out in social media and whatnot. It's sad, man. It's two parts of our people, man. You can't get around it. You cannot get around, the wickedness of our own people. And this is why, I'm going to put it out there. I'm not going to tell y'all on this platform the wicked going to come back, because to me, that's a complete contradiction of this faith walk. And if it's true, if that doctrine is true, man, I have no business teaching y'all. I'm just saying. It just makes no sense. So I brought that out in my recent video. Let's get Proverbs quick, fast. Let's get Proverbs 11 and 1. Let's see what the Lord said. Let's get Proverbs 11 and 1. That's a popular doctrine, but I stand against that. I believe what the Most High says right here in Proverbs 11 and 1. It says, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. I'm going to read that again. Proverbs 11 and 1. It reads, a false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. So that's why I cry out to y'all on this channel, and I ask y'all to just study the scriptures, right? Because to me, certain things don't add up, and that's one of those things that don't add up. I could go to Apocrypha and tell you, there's no debt. There's no judgment by debt and pain, but when you find that account in the Apocrypha, there's no breakdown in this heritage that says the wicked gonna come back through a righteous. It's just not there, family. When you look at, to the point, to the argument, the death of his brother, man. I mean, those were savage demons that killed their own brother, right? I believe the kid name was Tyre Nichols, and he died like 2 or 3 blocks from his crib. That's insane. He was like 2 or 3 blocks away, right? It's all over. It's slocky. It's even in like certain newspapers. Now the media, they're gonna try pushing that they're going to push an agenda with it. And it's still a bias because you see how quick they were to prosecute the cops that killed their own brother. But for all these generations, we've been here in Babylon the Great, here in America. Why they don't do that when white cops do that to people of color? But when it's the people of color that's caught killing another person of color, they swiftly prosecute it. But they do not swiftly prosecute when it's a white person that kills mass people. Like the shooting recently in Cali. That was a so-called white person, and it's this long, ongoing, what should the charge be, because he wasn't a so-called black person. But when there's black people caught out there so-called doing wickedness like that, right, they quickly judged those cops. And, it's good they judged them, but is it really equal across the board? La. Right? Yeah, so you praying for his mom. I was looking at the video. The elder from our UIC, Deacon ASAP, he was showing it, how the parents were grieving, right? The lady said she saw her son. She said, to the world, her son was already dead. They had him on like a machine. He wasn't really alive. I guess they did that, to just so the parents could kind of grieve him while he was still partially alive. He was really dead. The mom said he was a vegetable by the time they got to him. Okay, let's get Galatians 6 and 7. The Most High gonna have to deal with them wicked ass niggas though. Y'all know that, right? Let's get Galatians 6 and verse 7. And it reads, "Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap." Okay, so they probably gonna have to put those wicked ass niggas in like a private facility, because if they throw them into a normal prison yard, they're not gonna make it. That's not cool. And it's not, when you check it out, I've done videos. I've done videos on the wickedness of our own people, man. I've done certain videos. That's why, I challenge the audience to further the scriptures and further your studies on the Most High judgment on the wicked. Okay, let's go back to St. John. Let's read John 8:45. It says, "And because I tell you the truth and you believe me not." And it's like, when we street teaching, I just got away from the camp station. I'm still in Spring Valley. But a lot of our people, they reject the truth, man. They reject the truth and they come up against us, man. Right or wrong? They reject this truth and they make case against us. They align themselves with the ADL. They align themselves up with the boule wicked nigger groups of Hollywood entertainment. Okay, they align themselves up with groups to take down their own people. They align themselves up with the oppressor. Now, those 4 cops that killed that brother, who was their boss? Their boss was the devil that the Bible speaks of. The so-called white superintendent, white chief, okay, white KKK government. That's their boss. And what did they do for Massa? They killed their own brother, man. That's all they did, and it's sad. And to make it more sad, when the smoke clear, yeah, the family, and this is the other thing that's just additional ongoing mockery. They're going to cut that family a huge payday. But family, what's the use of the money if your son, now I'm talking in regards to that family, their son is gone. so they could give them $1 billion. And guess what? That money will not bring that child back. And expect, in these days of trouble, Jacob's trouble, these turbulent times we're entering into, expect most stories like that. Yeah, they're going to cut him a huge settlement in funds. And meanwhile, the son is going back to the creator. That's sad. Let's read on. John 8, I'm going to read 45 again. It reads, and because I tell you the truth, you believe me not. And that's two parts niggas. They hate this truth, man. Okay. Verse 46, which of you convince me of sin? And if I say the truth, why do you not believe me? Verse 47, he that is of the Most High heareth God's word. You therefore hear them not, because you are not of God. And that's two parts of our people. It's the truth. Okay. You can't get around that. Let me read that out. I'm going to read that one again. It says, he that is of the Most High heareth the Most High's word. Yeah, therefore hear them not, because you are not of the Most High. Okay. You can't get around it, man. You saw an uprising. Okay, you had the, this post-Kyrie Kanye, the whole, uprising of Israel that ended last year, so-called. You had a lot of people inquire, but the bulk of our people, they kind of got around it, and the bulk of them went back into the world. That's all. And that's how our people are. And it's sad. Right? We're going to go up a few verses. Let's see. Let's get John 7 and verse... let's get John 7 and verse... I want to start at verse 37. It reads, I know that you're Abraham's seed, but you seek to kill me, because my word had no place in you. I speak that which I have seen with my father, and ye do that which ye have seen with your father. Verse 39, they answered and said unto him, Abraham is our father. Jesus said unto them, if you were Abraham's children, you would do the works of Abraham. And it's chiefly dealing with these scribes and Pharisees of Israel. And a lot of them are out here today. They're in the Vatican. Okay, they're in these church facilities. And painfully, they're in the Israelite community. Real talk. Right? Verse 40. But now you seek to kill me, a man that had told you the truth, which I have heard of God. This did not Abraham. You do the deeds of your father. Then said they to him, we be not born of fornication. We have one father, even God. Okay. Jesus said unto him, if God were your father, you would love me. For I proceeded forth and came from God, neither came I myself, but he sent me. Okay. And these wicked ass niggas, they didn't believe in Hamashiach Yahushai. Okay. And that's the condition with us brothers standing camp teaching the truth in these last days. When you go back to 44, I opened up in 44. It says he was a murderer from the beginning. That's why, this is another reason why I tell y'all on this platform, you have to read these scriptures, man. Let's get Cain and Abel, man. Let me show y'all something. I did this in an old video when I first started out, man. Let's go to Cain and Abel. When you read, I believe this is Genesis 4 and 5, I believe. I'm in Genesis 4. Let me get to the point where Abel... Let me get my brother's keeper. Give me a minute. the account's in Genesis 4. Give me one moment. Genesis 4 and verse 8. It says, Slakia. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him. Okay. And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? Well, apparently he wasn't. Because Cain, I'm gonna say this again. I said this in my earliest video regarding this. A lot of brothers teach, it's a general disclaimer, a lot of brothers teach Cain is really Esau in the spirit. Well, Esau didn't hit the scene to Genesis, the 25th chapter. I'm reading out of Genesis 4. That's another doctrine that's suspect. I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. Cain was a wicked ass nigga. And you know what we saw with those cops that killed that brother? Those are wicked ass niggas, man. Don't get it jammed up. I know that's a popular teaching, but I'm reading out of Genesis 4. Okay. Cain was a wicked nigga that got hit with leprosy in his latter days, and he became a vagabond. That was the end account on Cain when you read this chapter here in Genesis 4. Okay. Right? Now, when you go into Genesis 25, that's that wicked seed. That's Esau Edom. That's Isaiah 14 and 20. Okay. Are they one and the same? La, because the scriptures don't say that. Scriptures just don't say that. Cain was a wicked Hebrew that killed his brother, like them cops killed that innocent brother. Well, no man's innocent, slack it. The Most High, you know, the Most High get that decree, and, you know, there's no such thing as someone innocent. We all fall short. So when the Most High get that decree, that's really the Most High, roughly paraphrasing Isaiah 45 and 7. These judgments are of the Most High. He give the decree, and it's done. That's how that goes. Right? When you check that out, and I've brought this out many times, there are a lot of wicked accounts of Israelites doing wickedness. You know, family, we could talk about the wilderness, right? The golden calf. Here these niggas that were delivered from Pharaoh were angry about being oppressed or leaving the oppression. It's going to be the same thing here from this final Passover that's pending. You're going to have Israelites that's going to be angry after being delivered. Okay? And they're going to be destroyed, as is written in Ezekiel, the 20th chapter, 38th verse. They're going to get cut off anyways, man. So all the spirits are back. Right? You had that account. You know, you had the split. You read the accounts in Samuel, Kings, Chronicles. Okay. What wicked Israelites were doing? We were going off. We were attacking each other, man. So it's not, there's nothing new under the sun. Roughly paraphrasing with Israel. I mean, at least based on video, they damn near beat the Rodney King footage. These wicked Negroes, man. But it's, you know, it's not a secret. 2 parts of our people, okay, they're gonna act in that manner, and it's unfortunate, but you know, that's why this, you know, this deliverance of the chosen, you know, it's gonna be a scarce It's going to be a scarce delivery. Let me see if I can get that. Don't the Most High say the righteous scarcely going to be saved, man? Let's see if I can get that. It's sad. You grieve. You grieve. You grieve for the family. You know what I'm saying? You do grieve for them, but that's how wicked niggas are, man. Let me try Acts. Give me a second. Yeah, it's Acts 14 and 22. Here it is. It says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of God. I'm going to read that again, because all types of stories are going to pop out going forward. And yes, some of which will come harder on Israelites. Okay, you got the pushing of the New World Order, one world religion, all this stuff that they're trying to push, and the chief suspects, it's gonna be us. Just like with the whole agenda, we were the top ones on the list. Okay, but it's gonna be that way. Let's read this again. Acts 14 and 22, it reads, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter the kingdom of God. That's thus said the Lord. Let me get that accountant Peters. No surprise with these wild ass niggas, man. That is so sad. It's gonna be that way, okay? So there's accountant Peters. Because it's gonna be a scary exit out of this place. It will not be an easy exit for the chosen. It's gonna be a scarce exit for the chosen, man. Trying to get this accountant Peters. Give me one moment. Slakia. But in spite of that story, you have to keep the commandments and keep the faith and just do right by the Most High and His truth. We can't let those stories run you scared in these latter days. That's not gonna cut it. That's a condition. That's a condition with Israelites in Israel, and okay, that's a condition in Israel, but that's a worse condition with Israelites in the world. That perpetual hatred for brothers and sisters, of our own people, that perpetual hatred is there. Let's get Deuteronomy 28. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28. Let's get to the point. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 16. It says, cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Let's go down to verse 28. This is a condition on our people. It says, the Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. Because niggas hate niggas. It's a curse. It's a curse that's in the Bible. It's just a curse that's in there, man. That's unfortunate, but that's the punishment that's been put on us due to our wicked foreparents, man. Chiefly the ones that left Egypt thousands of years ago, right? We have this perpetual hatred against one another. And yes, in the Israelite community, it's there. All right? The chosen, there's a count roughly paraphrasing, our righteousness have to succeed that of the scribes and the Pharisees to get the kingdom. That's written, man. You can't be in this truth and hate your brother. That's a condition. And everyone with that spirit, you know, how you gonna get this kingdom? You know what I'm saying? This is the account I wanted. I found it. Slocky. It says, it reads, this Slacker, this and train making all this noise. Give me a minute. This is the account I was looking for. It says 1 Peter's 4 and verse 18. It says, and if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Okay. I'm going to read that again. It says, and if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Okay. Because the Most High, like I was bringing out in my recent video, the Most High, he going to sift the righteous from the wicked, man. He going to sift the righteous from the wicked. That's just how that's going to play out. Right? But if you hate your fellow brother in this truth, there's no way you get in the kingdom. And that's brother and sister. Okay, that's Hebrew. That's both male and female of Israel. If you have this hatred against your own people, how are you going to get the kingdom? That's why I tell y'all to study on this platform. Don't follow Yahweh Israel. Okay, I'm not about this. You know, don't lift me up like some, God. Okay, I know there'll be gods many and lords many, but I'm not through no covenant. And it's a general disclaimer. Salakia. None of these elders got through this new covenant. Some of the teachings are correct. Some of these teachings are incorrect. But, back to the main topic. We witness, you know what I'm saying? Our own people kill our own brother. And that's scary, man. That's a scary thing. That's why you got to keep the commandments. You got to keep these high holy days. You got to, wear your garment. You got to do everything. Thus said the Lord in humbleness, sincerity. Or you could get jammed up in these last days. And it's sad. We going to witness probably one of the biggest, financial, how do you say, they're going to settle with the family, but, the kids did. That's why I've been saying that whole thing, having money is a defense, but it can't get you, it cannot, and it will not give you salvation. It will not happen, family. Okay? Deuteronomy 28 and verse, give me 1 minute. This is another big issue in Israel, man. Deuteronomy 28:54, it reads, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother and towards the wife of his bosom and towards the remnant of his children which he shall leave. Okay? Jump down to 56. It reads, tender and delicate woman among you, which would you not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness? Her eyes shall be evil towards the husband and of her bosom, and towards her son and towards her daughter. Okay. Right? Because who have the most family breakups? Chiefly here in Babylon the Great. The so-called black families, man. Now, that wasn't the case for the brother that died, There was, it was the mom and the dad, but it's painful to see that type of outcome. That video that's going viral, or them brothers killing one of their own. That's just a nightmarish thing. But did that spirit exist in the ancient world? Absolutely. How y'all think Israel fell in 70 AD? transgressions, man. Brothers hating on brothers, sisters hating on sisters. It's nothing new under the sun. I'm gonna hit y'all with something. I had a condition just last week. Had inclement weather, and I got to the damn manager. I won't, y'all know my history, but I won't put no names out there. Y'all go to my earliest videos talking about this godforsaken plantation. The only reason why I deal with this place, family, because it paid off this truck. Okay, the money's there. I mean, but the people managing it ain't that great. Okay. It helps me with my little side business. It helps me to pay a mortgage, utilities. No wife, no children, and another nightmare story with Eve. But to the point. Inclement weather, wintry mix, but it was more so heavy rain, storms, maybe a potential tornado. Brother tried to get accommodations due to inclement weather. Eve sent me where I can go. A damn feminist monster jumped on her and decided it was one of those triggering moments, but I didn't give into it. I was like, no problem. I reached out to bigger people in power, but it was so late, they really didn't get to it until after the fact. So Yahweh Israel had to drive into these horrific conditions. You ever drive, right? You ever have to drive and the weather is so bad where you don't have no visibility. You go from, I'd say, 55 to 5. That's how bad it was. And when I was cruising, I just say driving in slow motion mode, there was an actual crash that happened. And normally when you're in my line of duty, right, you see what I do to get by in these days of Babylon. You just go to my earliest videos, you see what I'm talking about. Normally you're in that line of duty and there's inclement weather to the point where it could affect your commute. That's supposed to be accommodated. But demonic, wicked Eve tried to spark a triggering moment, which I didn't play into. Because, like I said in that video past, the one I just did, Eve, 2 parts Eve, they are demons, man. That's why y'all stop Israel single. I ain't trying to deal with them, man. They have that feminist monster spirit, and they learned that from their full mom from Genesis. That's where they get that from. And a lot of our sisters take on this trait where they feel the man is lesser than they are. And that's only in America. That's only in the United States of America that vibration is led, and it's led chiefly by the women. The women kick the men out of the households. The women rule the family. I even been watching the brother, the late Kevin Samuels. He says it best. If a woman lead, that's not a good look for a nation of people. But that's something that's pushed here in Babylon by way of these demonic feminist nigger women. Slakia, but I'm going there. Because, the Most High, he kept me. All praise to the Most High, but God forbid something worse. They would have been accountable then, but much like the kid that was beat by his own brothers, I'd have been gone already. And Eve had no consideration. It was a triggering moment. And no man want these wicked, demonic women, man. And it's sad, but I'm talking about the wicked sisters. I'm not talking about repentant, God-fearing Israelite women. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm just dragging for the wicked ones in that unfortunate episode from last week. Eve was 100% rootless. I never done nothing to the sister. I never passed that up. I have no interest in a feminist monster, man. Because they the devil that the Bible speaks of. They bow to Caesar and they take on the attributes of Caesar, man. right? And that's just the way it is in this captivity. Okay, let's get Jeremiah quick fast. Let's get Jeremiah 16 and 16. I hate to go there, man, but I tell y'all this, family. Going forward, I keep my distance, man. I keep my distance. It's like with the litigation. A lot of Eves are involved. Eves that I've never caused no harm with, but they all put out false things to run me out of my little survival. Wicked ass sisters, man. And it's more of them than the righteous ones. So that's why, let me read this verse. Jeremiah 16 and 1. It reads, the word of the Lord came also unto me, saying, thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place. Talking about this captivity, man. For thus said the Lord concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mothers that bare them, and concerning their fathers that begat them in this land. Verse 4, they shall die of grievous debts. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be burned, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcass shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth. And technically, when you read that, that's dealing with the wickedness, the wicked of our people, man, of our brethren. Because 2 parts Israelites are wicked, man. It's the truth. We could grieve them partially on this side, but let me tell y'all something. When Hamashiach Yahushua and the host of heaven hit the scene, this place is done, and you see if he show mercy towards them. He gonna be killing them wholesale, man. Okay. But, you know, on the brother, unfortunately, that got beat by them wicked Negroes, man. You know, just pray for his family and Israel and his truth. You know, y'all gotta stay strong and firm until D-Day, to Doomsday. Doomsday goes into Deliverance Day for the elect. Okay, let me see if there's any more. Second Peter 2 and 5. I'm gonna end it here. It says, and spare not the old world, but save Noah, the 8 persons, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. And we definitely in the ungodly world in this time. And it's just sad. You just see the wickedness of our people wax worse, man. Right? It is what it is, though. Second Peter's 2 and 5. Again, it says, and spare not the old world, but save Noah, the 8 person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. And again, this place is very ungodly, and the Most High you're gonna have to take the elect out of here swiftly and speedily. And I pray soon, it's not later. But with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Power of Israel, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Double honor to the mighty men, the elders, and the apostles in the community, waking up the lost sheep, the house of Israel in these last days. Peace and blessings to everyone doing this truth, and humbleness, sincerity. Israel, I love y'all. We got next. Shalom.